Hello, my loves. Welcome to our journey with Persephone and the Queen Map Oracle. Welcome to our intensive. Before you settle into this video, you will probably want to watch the preparatory video, which is in the Persephone's Crown playlist, which I will have linked down below. And you will want to have a copy of the Queen Map Oracle in order to participate, as this Oracle deck is what the workshop itself is crafted around. My Patreon peeps voted for this Oracle deck for our thank you workshop, so I just want to take a moment and express my gratitude to our Patreon peeps who keep the page running. Thank you so much. Excuse me, the channel running. Thank you so very much. So you will want the Queen Map Oracle in a journal and pen, but in the preparatory video, I talk all about how to prepare for this space. So today we begin the journey together, a 7-day intensive with the Queen Map Oracle. Before we craft our circle and I speak about the draws that came forward for the tutorial for this journey, I just want to encourage you to work with daily draws. And when you are crafting your spreads, work with what comes forward intuitively as messaging for you from Persephone, but also feel free to reference the guidebook. The guidebook to the Queen Map Oracle is an awesome guidebook, and you can get a lot of meat out of it without it being overly wordy or confusing the way some Oracle decks can be. It's a very upfront, clear-cut guidebook, and it can be very inspiring when you sit and reflect for a few moments and journal around the guidebook meaning and your intuitive knowing, and how those two marry and commingle in how you're going to experience the messages from Persephone expressed through the Queen Map Oracle throughout your day. So please feel free to work with the guidebook and your intuition for this process when it comes to the daily draws, but also when it comes to the spreads. So that being said, let's step into space together for this work. So I want you to go ahead and put your hands on your heart with me. Close your eyes if you would like to. And I want you to connect to the breath in your body here. Feeling the safety and security of your physical being, housing your spirit. Each breath breathing in to the cycle of the sacred feminine, the spiral of life, death, and rebirth. Inhale, pause, and exhale. And I want you to feel that breath expanding within your being, supporting your being through your physical journey, on your earth path, and on your spiritual walk as well. And I want you to feel that energy now, connecting with mine and expanding to create a circle. Into the center of this circle, we welcome the essence of Persephone and Persephone's energy alone when it comes to deity. We welcome in as well the energetic blueprint of the Queen Map Oracle as an essence and a deck. And within this space, we connect and commune every time we draw a card, journal, meditate, or reflect on this experience over the next 7 days. So take a moment and feel for being with the energy that we are crafting together, the sacredness and the protected energy of this circle. You can connect with this feeling, this visual, this knowing, this trusting space whenever you wish on this journey. And while we're in this space together, just take a moment here. I want you to feel, to know, to see, to trust, to understand if there is a message that Persephone has for you and you alone. I'll be quiet here so you can feel into that space and call you back when the time is right. Setting the intention that our work serve the highest good of us all, you can gently release your hands, open your eyes. Welcome to our journey space. As I was preparing, I drew a card from the Queen Mab Oracle for the journey as a whole, and also a specific message from Persephone herself for all of us connecting, observing, and participating as a collective. So the message that came through from the Queen Mab Oracle for this journey is card number 22, the Spirit's Riseth. The key words for this image are fear nothing. And there is an understanding within the guidebook that so much of our fear around the spirit realm, but also around certain aspects of our lives and our story, can hold us captive, can enslave us. On page 80 within the guidebook, though, we are encouraged to become acquainted with and honest about the sneaky fears hiding under your bed and lurking in the dark. From now on, they are your servants. You must be their master. You are resourceful. You are wise. You can't know what the future holds, but you can know that whatever it is, you can face it with equanimity, clarity, and aplomb. Call up your old fears. Don't run from them. Invite them in and find the power there. Greet them with courage, and they will transform. Speak to them with authority. See how they simper and cower before you. Raise the spirits, conjure the ghosts, invoke the demons. Henceforth they are your minions. They will never again rule you. Command them and revel in your power. So just as Persephone claimed her crown as Queen of the Dead, just as she embraced her own evolution from maiden to the Queen of the Underworld, the Dark Queen, Dark Persephone, this intensive workshop experience is meant to be a doula, an assistant for you in your evolution and growth. And so the Queen Mab Oracle as a whole encourages us to allow this evolution to occur, to get curious about who we are becoming by first and foremost facing and vanquishing our demons. And we do this by seeing them, by witnessing them and acknowledging them. In this way, they no longer become something that rules us from behind, but they can be something that informs our steps, but does not unconsciously run the show. And so the Queen Mab Oracle is here to assist all of us as a collective to deal with our fears, to deal with our shadow, to deal with the ghosts of the past, the fear of our own power, the fear of growth and change, by being present to who we are, to ourselves, and to what we are becoming. There is a sense of working with the wisdom of the earth and the power of the underworld as supporting this journey. And so over the next 7 days, or for however long you choose to embark on this excursion with Persephone and the Queen Mab Oracle, allow yourself to get curious about those fears and shadow spaces, and to find ways to perhaps venerate or acknowledge them. In this way, bringing them in as a conscious part of the journey and experience, and not as a monster hiding under our bed. I also love that the Queen Mab Oracle is leading us in such a kick-ass way. There's no prevaricating with this card pull about the card meaning. It's about dealing with fear. It's about dealing with uncertainty by trusting our soul, our divine essence, and trusting our human experience and journey. So whether fear comes up for you around the state of affairs within your state, your province, your country, your home, the world as a whole at this time, or around security and stability for yourself, the ways in which you can self-sabotage due to fear, any and myriad more ways that these fears and concerns and anxieties can manifest, they can become powerful ways that we stay shackled and attempt to stay the same when growth is attempting to push us forward, leading to a sense of stagnation that doesn't feel good within our being. And I've noticed a lot of my clients over the last 7 to 8 months feeling this sense of stagnation and a longing to shift out of it. So allow the Queen Mab Oracle in your own personal journey with her this week, and Persephone as your doula for your evolution, to assist you to confront those fears, to confront those shadows at this time, and to be brave and bold in growing and coming to understand new aspects of yourself. Now, from Persephone comes card number 19. There is my pledge. I love this image. I imagined seeing Persephone as she comes up out of the underworld here, wiser, more aware. And the message that she has for us here is to transform pain into action, particularly if you feel like the traumatic experiences and the painful experiences in your life have shaped and defined you. If you feel confined in an old stuck energy or in old patterns and dynamics, if at times you can acknowledge that just like Chiron, you too are a wounded healer, but you feel the call for transmutation, for growth, for evolution, Persephone affirms for you with this pull that she is here to assist you to shake up those dense, stagnant, fear-based aspects of ourselves and our experience, and to start taking action so that we can begin to grow. And on page 72, the final paragraph, I thought was really beautiful and such a loving message from the goddess herself. You may have been a victim in the past. You may have felt limited or disempowered by your past hurts or misfortunes, but never again. Your courage is even now transforming you into a formidable force. Henceforward, you are a warrior. So as we move from perhaps identifying as a victim or feeling that we are trapped in that type of energy, through this experience, Persephone is encouraging us to open up to the warrioress within, to our power within, and to our capacity to grow, to open, to explore, to change. While we are sitting here together, I want you to take a moment. You can pause the video if you would like, but sit and reflect on if you feel more aligned with the maiden aspect of Persephone, the journey of her dark evolution within the underworld, or if you feel more aligned with the queen aspect of Persephone, she who has claimed her divine nature and essence and her ability to not only embrace new growth and fertility, but also to be able to nurture that which has died, that which has ended. This journey is truly meant to be an experience of honoring, understanding, and releasing our past and our fears, and embracing our own ability to grow and change by understanding ourselves, our story, and our journeys at a deeper level. And the Queen Mab Oracle is a beautiful companion for this journey. When you sit with which aspect of Persephone you feel more aligned with, give yourself permission to dialogue with Persephone around this aspect of her that you are feeling in alignment with, so that you can understand where you are at within your journey and how that is mirrored through Persephone's myth, and how her wisdom can inspire and inform your own ability to grow and to change. It's a powerful week for a lot of internal reflection, for a lot of journaling or dialoguing with Persephone and with your own underworld, as well as your potential for new growth, representative of spring and Persephone in her maiden aspect. It's an exciting and expansive journey. It does require us to look at some cobwebs perhaps within ourselves or our journey, but it is always worth it to do this work, to understand ourselves at a deeper level, to unplug from distractions, to allow ourselves to grow, and to feel more intimately connected with our spiritual practice. Let's take a moment here and connect with the breath again. This tutorial is meant to serve as the opening for your journey. So now you will continue forward with daily draws and journaling where possible, working the card spreads and the journal prompts, pausing in the middle of the journey for a specific guided journey with Persephone herself. And then we will close the circle after the 7 days, allowing ourselves to understand, to honor, and to look at where this journey has led us into deeper levels of understanding about ourselves and deeper connection with the sacred tool that is the Queen Mab Oracle, and the powerful relationship that we are building with the goddess Persephone in her rightful role as queen of the underworld. Persephone's crown is one that you yourself can claim in your journey as well. And this experience is the unfolding of that reclamation. So let's take a moment and put our hands back on our heart, honoring the courage within you to understand yourself at deeper levels through this work, honoring Persephone herself in all of her faces as she supports us through her pledge to walk with us in confronting pain and fear. And we honor the energy of the Queen Mab Oracle, a sacred tool that in our hands can help ignite new adventures and explorations and exorcise old ghosts. We take a moment here as well to honor the wisdom of Pachamama below us in the underworld. May the element of earth guide our gentle unfolding and release as we uproot old blighted roots and plant new seeds within the garden of our journey. Gently releasing the energy of the circle, knowing that you can connect with us during your daily draws, your card work, the astral travel of your guided journey, and anytime you feel called to connect with Persephone and the Queen Mab Oracle over the next 7 days. When you are ready, you can take your hands off your heart and open your eyes. Be sure to check back at the channel. I will be posting daily draws. The guided journey will upload to the channel on Wednesday or Thursday of this week, and there will of course be further videos to support and inform the experience for you as you move through the next 7 days of the intensive. I am sending you, as always, oceans of love, and I will of course see you in the next video.